What's up? What's up? Welcome to Ladies POV. If you've never heard of us and have never come across us, we're a panel of ladies who like to discuss some trending topics and also what's on our mind. And, we get on our soapbox every now and then, and that can go anyway. Um, you're joined by myself. My name is Devin, and I'm also joined by Miss Lucretia.
Hey, how are y'all?
And Miss Rue.
What it do?
And before we get into, some of the discussion, we just want to ask you if you've dropped in, even for a sec, if you just take a moment to like, comment, describe, and honestly comment. We like to know what you think, throw in any suggestions and anything like that you'd like to hear from us. Just tell us how you felt. So, Miss Rue. Oh, she ain't moving. Lucretia.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you this evening?
I'm good. Like I thought she was gonna respond, but no, she didn't. I don't know. But here she come. I think she's coming back. Well, maybe not. I'm good though. I'm tired. We just celebrated my daughter's 14th. So I had 10 screaming, hollering, giggling 14-year-old girls. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I don't miss having a house full of teenagers and kids. That was
no, sweetie. We went to the hotel. I rented 2 rooms and I let them have theirs. We swam when the pool closed at 10.
Okay.
I made sure everybody was okay, and then I went to my room.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. I'm sure she enjoyed.
Oh, she did.
And had a blast. I actually did that before with my kid. We man, that was a lot of money. I didn't think about it before I did it because I factored it in the room, right? But I didn't think about because she decided she wanted it at that hotel at like the Galleria Mall, and so we did it there. And then they went into the mall, and not everybody sent their child with money, and then I had to feed them, and I can't let kids walk around the mall without being able to buy something. So whoever's parent wasn't able, I had to give them like $20. It was just a lot.
Yeah.
It was way too much. So I'm sure they appreciate us. Miss Rue, what happened to you?
I have no idea. I didn't even know I was gone. I was like talking and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? And nobody was saying nothing.
Hey, like, Kendrick.
Hey, Kendrick.
What up, Kendrick? What up, Granny?
Hi, Grandma.
Hey, Shantae.
Girl, start saving now.
I asked you a question and you just went stuck.
Really? Okay, what was the question?
Just how you were doing this evening. That was all.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I got some landscaping stuff done today. I feel like I was very productive.
You want to come to my house?
No. No, because that was hard. Look, I just came in. I thought I was going to be late because I just got in. I got gravel all over my shirt. I had to go hurry up, wash my hands and get on camera. So y'all don't judge my nails. Look, I got booty fingers today.
My arms were covered in like dye. I just dyed my kid's hair like some kind of ginger reddish, whatever this hot color is right now. And I just had it all over me. It was a hot mess.
Oh no, you should have used gloves.
I had gloves on, but I was splattering.
Oh.
Because I had hired somebody to do it, but she couldn't do it for like 3 more weekends, and that was too long. And so I did it.
You could have came to me and let me do it, but
Well, I sure got you next time. Don't play like you can't do it next time I ask because you didn't say it on here. Proof.
She on camera now.
I do it. I'll do it.
But now, ladies, guys, there was a recent little thing that came out, and it was related to Portia Williams and the incident with her ex-friend, maybe friend, where she ended up in a relationship with this lady's husband, allegedly. But anyway, that brought up some topic about girl code versus control while dating. I think every woman secretly has their own set of rules and do's and don'ts when it comes to dating and guys that aren't single or off limits, things like that. What are you ladies' opinions when it comes to that? Krisha?
Well, I had to go and look it up because I'm not one. I don't follow a lot of the celebrity relationships and stuff like that. But and I still may be missing some stuff. But I just feel like Portia wrong. This woman was with this man. They were intimate. You were over their house when they were a couple. What you doing with him? That's me. I don't want something that one of my friends done been with. That don't sit right with me. And now y'all talking about y'all getting married. And I think wasn't the friend, they were married, right? They have to get a divorce.
Yeah, they're not legally divorced yet.
Yeah, so
he separated from her or went straight to the other.
So I would feel like all the time that I'm talking to Portia and venting and saying how do I help my marriage? How do I make this better? I'd have felt like she was taking secrets. I mean, how can she get in and get to him? Hell, she might have even been the woman that I was venting about. So I don't know. I'm not with that one. That to me was a definite violation of girl code. I ain't going there.
Rue, where are you with dating within your friend circle or your friend of friends circle? Uh-oh.
Okay, so I feel like I gotta break it down, and ask some questions, because with her, was it her friend, like for real, her friend, like somebody that she confided in, or was this just somebody, a friend of a friend of a friend?
Well, no, from my understanding that they didn't know each other well. They're on a housewives show for anyone who's not aware, and she was introduced, and she was supposed to, kind of take her over her wing and she was going to be her friend of the show. And they went to this woman's house on more than one occasion and swam in her pool and went to a party there and had drinks. She even posted pictures of her and her best friend, all three of them together on Instagram, calling themselves TLC.
So did she know at that point that was her dude?
Well, yes, they showed a clip of her engaging with her husband in that house, introducing, quote unquote, being introduced to this woman's husband while she was at her house. So maybe they weren't friends. Maybe they were, like she said, co-workers, but they were definitely friendly. They may not have been friends, but they were friendly. Let's just say that.
The way my mouth is set up, I would have said something.
It would have been like one of us, because we don't know each other a lot out of this circle. Let's be honest. It would be like one of us dating each other, one of the other's husband or boyfriend.
Right.
That's dirty.
I mean, I would have said something first, but I'd have walked away. I mean, like, okay, y'all gonna do whatever. I'm done.
Sometimes, realistically, sometimes you can't help who you're attracted to. I mean, on the dude's part, you're married. That's your door to close. That is your door to close. And I kind of put the blame on the dude at that point, because like, you knew what you were doing and you were being messy. Now, as far as the female is concerned, I got a big mouth. So I'm like, oh yeah, like, who are you? What's going on? You're who? And who are you to who? Because if it's a female party and you got guys there, you're going to automatically want to know who's associated with who. That way I keep my nose clean. Like, I know who I'm.
And apparently the Atlanta celebrity circle is kind of small. A lot of them kind of know each other or know of each other, as far as that group of people, as far as that kind of money and celebrity and things of that nature.
Yeah. Now, if it's my friend, nah. But that's an associate, so I feel like it's fair game. She don't know her like that. She should have said something, though. I would have said something like, hey, ooh, that dude is cute, because I got a big mouth. So
well, no, she was
put it all out there
as her husband. It wasn't like
she was introduced as the husband.
She was at the girl's house at like a swim party.
Her husband Simon.
Oh,
this is
she's wrong. She's wrong.
No, she was well aware of who he was in relation.
Oh, she wrong. She foul.
Not to name call, but I feel like there's like a chip reader in her vagina.
What?
I feel like there's a chip reader in her vagina, and it's available to the highest bidder. And I don't think she was so much attracted to him, but maybe his $40 million, because she had also recently dated an African guy, a man of African descent previously, who it's rumored he was his cousin, but who knows if that's true. But that particular individual had also bought her allegedly a Rolls Royce or something like that. So she thoughts around a little bit, you know. She kind of has whole tendencies. I apologize if that's wrong, but that's just kind of who she is. But yeah, she does, Shantae. She has a chip reader in her vagina, and just slide that credit card, and then it just opens up. It's it's kind of like when you use a little thing when you go to the gym and you use to open the door. That's what you do. Just do that Visa reader, and whoop.
I just had a whole visual, and
bro, you remember that comedian? I forgot which comedian did it. I forgot what comedian did it, but the one where it was like the swiping the card, it was like denied or decline. I forgot who said that, but that mess was funny. That's what it gave me the image of like swiping the credit card through the ass crack. Oh.
Mm-hmm. I just think that's who she is. And even if I didn't know the woman, if we ran in the same circle, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say me, you, and LaCrisha went to dinner somewhere, and all of us bought a +1, and it was another woman, and we're all kikiing together, and we do this on occasion. And I know that other woman, her and her husband are having problems because she's probably venting about him and what he's doing, et cetera, et cetera. And if I take hold of that, because while she's venting about him, she's also talking about everything he has and his worth, because during the time that they were just being friendly, they talked about how they had a private plane, and how they frequently went on trips, and how they were so well off financially. That was discussed before the scandal.
Why are women doing stuff like that? Like, why?
What's up, Brenton?
That makes no sense to me.
I don't know.
Why are you gonna sit there and put your financial?
And I went for her. I think you have a right to call me a tramp. And I should wear the tramp uniform, because that's just what that is.
Yeah, but she got to take some accountability too. Like, stop telling your business. Then you wouldn't have that. You wouldn't have no gold diggers stealing your man.
I totally agree. I think he's trash. He's garbage, and she's also trash. And
that whole thing. I think she got too comfortable with Portia, because Portia's history, and these women on this show are trifling. Every last one of them, and so yeah. I don't know if it was for ratings or if it was for real. I just think the whole situation is trash. I would not be bragging about it to anybody. I especially wouldn't want it on mainstream somewhere that somebody can pull it up.
But the fact of the matter is, she been fighting for bucks, but now no one's going to feel comfortable around her, around their husband or boyfriend or thing like that, because they're always.
You know what? If she was around me, I wouldn't even care. Like, you got to be comfortable within your own self, because one, that's insecurity already as it is. You're insecure as hell if you got to sit here and flaunt your finances. Keep that mess to yourself. You are trying to attract something. So I'm not going to sit here and feel uncomfortable around different women. I'm going to say whatever I want to say. And I'm going to trust you to be exactly who I feel like you have shown me to be. If this show is about drama and about taking people's men, taking people's women, doing all kind of trifling stuff, then automatically in the back of my head, when I'm coming on a show, I'm automatically going to assume the type of character you are. And I am going to act accordingly. I tell you anything. I'll lie straight to your face and tell you some mess just to see if you gonna bite.
Well, Shantae said they've been together a month. 1 month and they're already engaged.
According to her, they've only been together 30 days and they're already engaged.
That ain't real.
That's what got me wondering. Like, were y'all doing this before and y'all just decided to come out? Like, yeah.
I'm hoping it's for a storyline. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like true tea, because that's dirty. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in karma, kind of what goes around comes around, and he's been kind of trash in that area for a lot. And he ain't the best looking dude in the world, and he gets gorgeous young women. So I think he knows.
But he got $40 million.
But I'm saying I think he knows what the appeal is. I think he knows what the appeal is. So I just feel like she'll be traded up and traded in just like all the women were before.
Yep.
Because that's what they do.
Then maybe we need to be telling these women to stop putting a price tag on their coochie then, because this don't make no sense.
Well, I'm thinking she lowering the value of hers. Because I think it's pretty soon.
No. If you think about it, she just got $40 million ding-a-ling. So anybody else gonna have to make more
$40 million that's gonna want them.
But I'm thinking a lot of the dudes are looking at her different because they are thinking that her vagina is just available to the highest bidder, and she may not be as real. So the next dude, you know, it may start declining those American Expresses, and she may have to start using no name credit
cards. I don't think
so. Hold on. The value of a woman doesn't go down because of the dude that they sleep with. That's not how that works.
I think
dudes do not care.
I think
that's how they get passed around.
I think if it's well known that a bunch of dudes that ran through you like a drive-through car wash, I don't think that brings up the value of your hoo-hoo.
If they're looking for something serious, yeah, her being ran through, that might be an issue. But a lot of them just want something on their arm. And she's a pretty woman. So they know I'm going to have 40 million plus in the bank to keep her on my arm. I think men going to look at it as a challenge and going to say, no, I'm going to go get her next.
Thank you.
Well, I wish her the best. I hope things work out for her. I'm not going to wish anything bad on her because, you know, I would never do that. And, you know, and I want my blessings. So I wish her the best. And, you know what I'm saying, just side eye a little bit every time you invite her to your parties. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, now we're going to get into something a little bit heavy. As we know, there are a lot of states who are either introducing or passing the anti-abortion law, where they are mandating that it should be illegal for a clinic to offer an abortion and illegal for a woman to receive an abortion. It's kind of heavy, but Rue, let's start with you on this one. Where are you on that?
I think that, okay, so I saw this on a group chat, and I realized that it is a touchy subject for people. And I'm going to say it like I said in the group chat. If y'all are worried about the government dictating what you can and cannot do with your body, you need to reassess and evaluate how you got there in the first place. Because I don't need the government to dictate what I can and cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
There are situations that arise and choices that have been made that you make on a daily basis, right? So you know that if you're going to go out, there's situational awareness, there's, you know, a way to protect yourself, there's every decision in the book that you can make to make sure that you do not end up pregnant. Now, in cases of rape, it doesn't include that in what they're talking about. So I wish women would just like let that part go. We're not talking about rape. And even in the instances of rape, there's a plan B. You go get a rape kit. You go to the hospital, you get a rape kit. You got plan B right then and there. That cancels the whole unwanted pregnancy out altogether. You don't have to go through an abortion. You don't have to wait. I don't understand the people all up in arms. You are killing a life. You're killing a life. You're murdering a life. It's a life. I don't care. So whatever governor wants to do, I don't care. It has no effect on any of my decisions. And it shouldn't have any effect on any responsible and accountable young women's decisions either. You wouldn't have to worry about abortions if you were being safe. If you are making the right decisions in the first place, if you are making sure you are amongst people that want to see you safe and want to see you protected, not going out partying and not checking your surroundings and your environment. Oh, what about human trafficking? You knew where you were or where you were going. So you take those necessary precautions not to get human trafficked. I mean, to me, it's simple. It's very simple. You carry, you got guns, you got knives, you got boots. And you already know, you see something that, or you get intuition, you feel something ain't right, you run. I'm not understanding how people can say, well, the government is taking away my right to abort a life or to murder a life. You shouldn't want to murder a life. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and y'all can go.
Well, I've heard the word responsible rang through this since it was first posted. I have a birth control baby. My daughter, my last daughter, I didn't know I was pregnant with her. I was in a car wreck and went in. I had been in a car wreck with my son, landed him in the hospital, and because of the medicine I was taking, it counteracted my birth control. I didn't know that. Went to the emergency room because I just wasn't feeling well. Everything was off. And he said, well, let's go ahead and run a pregnancy test. I said, I can't be pregnant. I'm on birth control. Take it every day at the same time. I'm not pregnant. I was pregnant, and not a little bit pregnant. I was 3.5 months pregnant. I was pregnant. And my cycle never stopped. I didn't have morning sickness. I had none of that. And we laugh and joke, and we tell my youngest, oh, you have been stubborn. See, you have been stubborn and hard-headed since conception, because there is no way that all that birth control and all that other stuff, and she fought through all of that. She's here. She's healthy. I'm pro-choice. That's your body. You're going to have to live with whatever decision you make. But when people say, oh, you need to be responsible, hell, I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I can't remember if we used a condom that night also, but I know I took my birth control. I brushed my teeth, popped that pill. That was every morning. And what was so funny, when I went to my gyno, I thought I took a test at the emergency room, and they said I'm pregnant. He didn't even want to give me to retest me because he was like, you can't be. He retested me. This time he drew blood. He came back and he said, well, we're going to have to stop them pills because you are pregnant. I said, but I'm still having a period. He said, we're going to figure all that out. My baby is in there. So that responsible thing is what bothers me with this whole, if you're responsible.
Wait a minute. At how many weeks did you just say?
I was 3.5 months when
there
I found
we go.
out.
This says 6 weeks. You still if you didn't want that child, you still had an opportunity at that point.
I didn't know that I was pregnant. I was taking birth control every day to prevent being pregnant because I didn't want any more children. I was doing the responsible thing.
Right. I'm not saying you weren't responsible.
What?
I'm not saying you weren't responsible. What I'm saying is, at that point, when you realized 3.5 weeks, that was still enough time to do what you needed to do.
3.5 months.
I mean, 3.5 months.
Yeah, I was past my first. No, I was past my first trimester. I didn't have any morning sickness. Like, I had no symptoms of being pregnant. None. I was still having a cycle. That's what really had me confused. I was like, how am I having a period? They're saying I'm pregnant. I went through the whole thing. I wound up being on bed rest because she sat very low, almost ectopic. But I was like, how the hell did I get pregnant on birth control? Then when we look back, at the time of the wreck and everything, I was on some real strong medicine and muscle relaxers that negated my birth control. But I didn't know that, and my doctor didn't tell me that. So I was like, okay. I wasn't going to get rid of her. We didn't want another baby at that time for financial reasons. But she's here. So we thought we were being responsible. That's the only thing about this whole abortion issue is when everyone throws out, be responsible, be responsible. See, and they told Shantae to wait till she was 8. I was 14 weeks. And that's a shock because I went home and I was like, I'm pregnant. My last 2 are 17 months apart. That was not a planned pregnancy. I was on birth control.
I mean, I believe that part because my first 2 children, or actually, sorry, the middle 2 children were, I was on birth. I was on Depo and one I was on the pill. I was married. I didn't want kids at that time, but I ended up having kids at that time. But even I didn't want kids with him, but I chose the child's life over everything else. But my whole point is, it's like, if God found a way to give you that life, it's not up to you to take it away. And that's how I feel. That's just me personally. Like, obviously, he gave you that life for a reason. That's all I'm saying. There's ways around it. Or adoption. You could do adoption. Like, there are people in the world that really deserve kids that can't have none. And it could be within your circle too.
Yeah, I get all that. But I think I'm on the opposite end. I'm gonna always be choice. I don't know what you want to do with your uterus. If you come to me saying, Lucretia, me and my husband unexpectedly got pregnant, I'm gonna be like, Rue, I'm there for you. Let me know what I need to buy my niece or my nephew. And if you say, look, I cannot physically, emotionally handle financially a third, fourth, fifth, whatever baby, I'm gonna abort it. I'm gonna be there with you for that too. I'm not gonna push what I feel or I believe on you. Yeah, I go to church. Yeah, I'm a Christian. I can only tell you what the words say, and you do what the words say. I have to look. I've seen some women have babies because they're against abortion, and mentally, they shouldn't have did that. I've seen teenagers forced into having babies because they weren't responsible, got pregnant, and it didn't even just mess up their life, but like mentally, they weren't ready for all the stuff that came with that. So
Right.
I'm always be pro-choice on just about a lot of situations. I'm like, that's them.
I just think, like, especially in the cases with teenagers and stuff like that, they're not responsible. I'm one of those kids that, even though it was my childhood sweetheart, growing up, I was still a kid. I was a child. You graduate high school raising children. That's really hard. And you're talking about trying to get past childhood traumas, and you're trying not to repeat generational curses, repeating the cycle and stuff like that. So yeah, it is an accountability issue. Like, you're having sex. You're making a decision to have sex. So you should know what comes with that. There's possibilities.
That's the big thing. They're not being taught about that.
Yeah, there's probabilities.
A lot of parents aren't talking to their children, and neither is the school.
No, the school's talking to them.
They're not giving them.
Look, you know what my form of birth control was? Bubba was planned, right? So during delivery, all my kids were in there while I was delivering. I said, this is your birth control right here. Watch. You see this pain? This 12 hours of labor? This is it. That's what sex will get you right there. Look, I got a 16-year-old. I ain't got no problems.
I respect both of you ladies' opinions. I respect all of it. And I think there's a plethora of reasons that a woman may decide to or to not, have an abortion. And it could be something as little as, I didn't know that the condom broke and he married or something like that. Or it could be, I was smoking crack. I mean, there could be, I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just saying there's a lot of reasons that women may decide to have an abortion. But you know what it is for me? It's the hypocrisy for me. Because here's my thing with people who say, how dare you have an abortion, and that's God gave you this baby, and to not have this baby is a form of murder, and you're killing this child that's alive. And a lot of the same people who say you are killing a living, breathing creature are the same people who are pro death penalty, who are pro war, who are pro you shouldn't have been acting a fool and that cop wouldn't have shot your ass. They are pro all of that. So here's my thing. Y'all, let's have a quick discussion. If you feel like this anti-abortion thing is the right thing, I don't have an issue with that. But let's not take funding away from sex education in the schools. Let's not take funding away from Planned Parenthood. Let's not take funding away the things that were available when I was in school, when they were handing out condoms, handing out birth control, handing out pamphlets, and giving you all of these options. Let's not make Plan B cost so much, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I've taken a few in my day, and I paid anywhere from $30 to $50 for this one freaking pill to prevent pregnancy for me. A 15-year-old, 16-year-old may not have that, nor will they. Are they likely to want to ask their parent for it, because they may not be ready to be responsible enough to say that I'm having sex. So let's not take funding away from there. And let's say we listen to the anti-abortion people and we have this child. I don't want to hear nothing about, don't sit up and apply for welfare, get off your butt and go get a job. I don't want to hear nothing about you had that child, you figure out a way to pay for childcare so that you can go to work. I don't want to hear nothing about why you still on food stamps but you got 4 or 5 kids. I don't want to hear none of that. If you want to believe in anti-abortion laws, that's your business. But let's support these children and let's support the programs to either avoid. Okay, Brittany said death penalties for criminals killing innocent babies. Help me understand the correlation. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because if we're basing it on the Bible and religion and God and thou shalt not kill and thou shalt not judge, it doesn't matter what he did. It doesn't matter if he killed 10 kids and raped 13 women, or if it doesn't matter,
First Lady.
It doesn't matter if he was wrongly accused of killing somebody. It doesn't matter. No matter what he did, we don't have a right to kill him if we're basing it on the church and state, and God and religion. We just don't. So I really don't get into this topic. It just came up tonight. So I was like, let's go. Because I'm so sensitive about it, because I just feel like we're such hypocrites in the realm of abortion. I personally would never encourage someone to have an abortion. I'd rather talk to them on the front end to say, now, when you do this, this is the risk. You're at risk of getting pregnant. And that's 18 years of your life is not yours. That costs a lot of money. If you still want to do that, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? But if something happened similar to Lucretia and you told me I've done this, I made a mistake, and I just feel like I don't want to go through this, then I'm not going to judge you for that, because guess what? I'm not paying your daycare. I'm not buying your diapers. I'm not buying baby formula. And me being the person I am, I'm not babysitting, because my kids are almost grown. I'm done. How am I to tell you to have a baby and then tell you good luck with that? That's it.
I'm gonna give you a pulpit.
I'm just saying, I don't have a problem with anti-abortion laws, but we just have to own it on the front and the back end. Shantae said that criminal is still a life of God created. If all life is precious, then that includes everyone. I agree, and that includes
the only time I like the death penalty, because you brought that up, is if they took a life for a life, and I am a very eye for an eye type person, so. I kind of get what you're saying, because we do have some Bible thumpers. I'm not talking about it on a Bible or Bible Belt type mentality. I'm talking about it as like a morality thing, just being a decent person. Like you made the choice to lay down with somebody, so you suffer the consequences, period.
I agree, but as far as the political side of it, a lot of those particular Republicans who are talking about it, they're making it a religious thing.
Yeah.
It's not not even a moral and an ethical thing. It's straight religious. You know what I'm saying?
If it was moral and ethical, they'd be talking about what happens after the baby. All we're seeing right now,
I feel like there should be programs in place.
Yeah. And they're not giving these women, none of that. And then my thing is, you're saying no abortion, and then you're going to come and arrest these women that have abortions. You're going to penalize these women that have abortions. But what are you doing to the daddies? Because the daddies are out there willy-nilly just pushing in and shooting up whoever they want, and there's nothing happening to these men.
I do believe that men should get vasectomies, because they can reverse a vasectomy, just like you can reverse getting your tubes tied.
But that's
I didn't get myself pregnant.
But
now I'm gonna tell you honestly, I was pissed when I found out.
But I agree. I think a vasectomy is a very huge responsibility. But I think the majority of the men that are having vasectomies are like married men. And he and his spouse may have had a few kids and they don't want any more. But you don't have a lot of young men, a lot of the men that are doing most of the procreating, that are willing to have vasectomies. I'm sorry for being too blunt. A lot of the vasectomy men are the men who are tired of pulling out. Can we just be real? Those are a lot of your vasectomy men, because they are responsible. But these little young boys, they aren't the most responsible men, and no one's holding a lot of men, not all, accountable after these babies are born, because they know they can just shoot up the club and go home. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have to worry anymore about what's going on in the club, because they just go through and just shoot.
And that is the power I feel like that the women need to have. Like, you know, a F-boy when you see one and when you dealing with one. So why are you still lowering your standards to put up with that mess? Don't lay down with people that are not worthy. Like, don't do that.
I see that, but I also have 2 nieces and nephews that my uncle said and lied to these women and told him he wasn't married, didn't have a wife or nothing, and both of these babies came out.
I feel like women should have a disclaimer statement as soon as they start messing with somebody. Like, if you feel like sex is a big thing in the beginning of this relationship, I'm going to tell you this. If somehow there's a hole in the condom, if somehow I accidentally get pregnant, we are making an agreement and a contractual, like, I want it in writing that you are going to be here for this child and I will not have to abort. That starts getting your own contracts made and start doing these dudes like we shun some of the women for, you know, the credit card in the butt crack swipe, you know, like putting their coochie on sale. But in reality, if you think about it, if you're putting a value on it yourself and going for a higher standard and saying, hey, this is what I expect and this is what I'm gonna get, then you won't get those dudes that sit there and run off and leaving these babies daddyless. Is my whole thing.
Because Future, I just looked up his value and he's worth about 40 million himself.
Yeah, but if she had a contract right there, then and there, hey, sign this. You want to stick it, you better write your John Hancock on this mess.
He's not paying child support because the government can't.
And that's her being boo-boo the fool.
They're just
and she boo-boo the fool for that. She boo-boo the fool for that. That don't make no sense. Make no sense. I'm going, look, if me and my husband divorced right now and I was out in these streets and my tubes weren't tied, I would have a freaking confidentiality agreement.
NDA.
Huh?
An NDA.
Yeah, an NDA. And in the event of accidental pregnancy, you are required to do this, that, and the other. I'm talking about down to the freaking weekends that he gonna be seeing this child. That way we ain't got no disagreements, no arguments, no nothing. You gonna know exactly what role. Huh? The judge.
Who's gonna enforce it?
A judge. Who? That's what they're there for. A judge.
Because
I'm gonna get that mess signed.
Done by the court, a child support agreement, and I'm just telling you now.
I don't even need the child support. I need this is what you
want
gonna
a contract. You want a legal binding agreement between you and the man that fathers his child. Mm-hmm. This agreement is pushed and supported by the law. He quit his job. When he quit,
what does that have to do with time?
I need the child to have a daddy.
I need the child to have a daddy. That's the most important thing. I'm not talking about money. We're not talking about money.
Get her. So who's gonna support? Who's gonna make him come and get them? That's what I'm saying. Who's gonna push that part?
The same way the judge gets involved, and you got code enforcement involved, and having civil matters with the whole child support and all that. It's the same procedure. But when you have look, that way it sets a pretense. It sets a pretense like, oh, I'm not no gold digger, so you can't use that as an excuse. If it was accidental, we were both it was consensual. We both made this agreement. We both made this pact. Even though we messing around and this is all new and stuff, this is what I expect. You can leave tomorrow, I don't care, but you're going to be a daddy to that child because a child needs both parents in their life.
This is why we say root for president, because this is not reality. Like we
like if this worked, oh my God.
We all know
one now, but
maybe more people need to do that.
But we know women who were in whole marriages with men for years who didn't appear to be trash. They divorced this man for whatever reason. He automatically sucks as a father. You gotta call him and beg him to come and get their own kid. You gotta call him and beg him to help pay for.
Then he wasn't worthy.
You gotta call him and beg him to do anything. When the truth of the matter is he was involved with the kids the way he was because you were married and you were.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because the dude don't want to deal with half of the females. That's why. That's what scares off the freaking men. I'm not even gonna look. If you ask any dude, I'm telling you, it may not even be just the child. It's the fact that women and men at that point don't get along. They don't want to go out of their way to appease or satisfy the woman that they don't want to be with no more. So they're going to do everything they can to stay the hell away. And that could include staying away from the child.
In some cases, that may be true in some cases, but not all. And
you know, we got powerful mouths. We got powerful mouths, and
that may be true in some cases, but some women are willing to compromise. I'll drop my kid off at your mama's house, and you can go and get her from your mama's house, so that we don't ever have to lay eyes on each other.
I moved 77 miles away, and we're still doing all the driving.
That child is only a priority depending on what he's got going in his life. You see what I'm saying?
And there are some women that are the same way.
And some women are the same way. But what I'm saying is, in a perfect world, two parents come together and they help raise this kid. But the fact of the matter is, it is much easier for a lot of men to walk away from responsibility, and then we down talk that woman about being a trash mama because she wants to go out sometimes, or she gets frustrated, or the kid may not have the best clothes. A lot of that falls back on the mother. So I think if a lot of these responsibilities and criticisms fall back on the mother, back on that same topic, whether or not this child is in the world should also.
That's because half the time women are not opening their mouths and saying, this is my expectations off jump. Y'all want to sit here and talk about how he ain't this and he ain't this and he ain't doing this and this and the other. Well, did you say what your expectations was in the beginning when you guys first met, or when y'all were first dating? Did you present yourself as that type of woman? And half of the women are going to be saying no because they play pretend. They are dating for potential.
Let's say a lot of us were stigmatized and we picked trash because he's long dong silvers. Let's say we did. We made a baby, but how does that make us trash but him not trash? Because we made that decision.
It doesn't. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we have so much power. What I'm saying is we have so much power and we do not use it at all. We let these dudes do whatever the heck they want to and then call us trash, but they want to sit here and complain about it. Well, you didn't present yourself that way, honey. You let him do that to you, is what I'm saying. So at the beginning of the relationship, you need to put your foot forward and say exactly what it is. If this is an accident, best believe I'm going to be the one coming after you. It'll either scare the dude off that's not worthy, or it's setting a pretense for responsibility and accountability.
You know who I have a child by. You would never. And you were, in the same city for most of our relationship. So all the stuff that I go through, you would never expect. And how you say women have mouths, I didn't take him to child support court. He got on child support because of a custody thing, because I moved away. So he didn't have the baby mama that was calling him trash. And matter of fact, when he first started paying child support, I didn't care. I just wanted you to come and see your child. I was driving to take her home every other weekend. I was driving to make sure that she was okay. I was working 2 jobs, making sure everything was done. So much so that when we had child support court or whatever, I would go. He wouldn't show up, and the judge would be like, "What you want to do?" I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. At one point, he quit his job and stopped paying child support. Okay, whatever. I still took care of her, but you still need to come and see your daughter. Him and his daughter did not talk for years because he refused. He didn't even have my number. He had her number directly. You can count on my baby's phone the amount of times that he called her from, I think 4th grade to 9th grade. She's had the same number for probably 12 years. You don't have to call and talk to me. We are done. We are over. You got a whole new baby. What I do ain't none of your business. What you do ain't none of mine, except for when it comes to her. So,
and that's why I hope child support is
set your
next.
standard.
We need to get rid of that too.
Set your standard or whatever. He changed. And what made him change, I started making more money than him. And he went from the loving, supportive person that you knew, Devin, and everybody was shocked because they were like, "What is going on?" to someone I did not know. Within about a month, I was like, "What is really happening here?" So when he went to acting like that, I threw the deuces and said, "I'm gone. I'm not going to have my daughter here putting up with So it didn't matter what I stated in the front or how our relationship started. When that mental break happened with him, it was over. Devin, why are you smiling?
I'm just smiling because this thing is so heavy and woo, child. Can we just change the subject real quick for 10 minutes, y'all? Y'all, I've been living my best life lately. I've been outside breathing real air and ain't nothing bad happened. However, with some of the COVID crisis still happening in some countries, specifically like India, are we getting too comfortable and taking the mask off too soon?
You know, I work for an international organization, and I'm sorry, I just had to take that pill and it drowns me out. We have a lot. No, it's from our RA and OA. Don't get it twisted. We have a lot of people who come in and out. And India has been a closed country for I don't know how many months now. Again, I'm pro-choice. I'm going to continue to protect me and my children. So I want my kids to continue to wear the mask. I'm going to continue to wear the mask because I can't make someone else do what they don't want to do. I can only hold myself responsible and make sure that I am looking out for mine. I think the whole mask thing, I'm not going to stop wearing them for a while. I might be one of the last holdouts. I'm pretty sure I'm on a meme somewhere of this dummy sitting in the car with a mask on and anybody in the car with her. I don't care. Because when COVID first started, I was that mama.
I ain't gonna lie, we talking about y'all.
And that's fine. But when COVID first hit, I was that mom. I went to the store, I grocery shopped. I was putting my stuff in bags. I didn't let them touch my bags. And then when I came to the house, I would pull in the garage and I would get out. Well, before then, I took my gloves off, did my little alcohol. But when I got to the garage, I would pull all the groceries in myself. My kids couldn't touch the bags. I was wiping everything off, putting it in the refrigerator. I was washing my hands and then changing my clothes. When I came home from work, I came through the back door. I changed clothes. I was overly cautious. I was one of them folks like, what the hell? And I wouldn't have been like that, but I saw several family members die like back to back to back. It scared the hell out of me. So I'll be one of them that still got my mask on and at graduation in 2022, like, I'm not talking on your microphone either.
Rue, you think we're taking it off? Taking them off, setting it free?
I don't care what the government tells me, what I can and cannot do. I wish people would stop complaining. Like, it makes I'm about to go in. Look, here we go. I'm not doing this. Okay. You do not need the government telling you what you can and cannot do. Period. If you want to wear your mask, wear your mask. If you're scared, be scared. If you're not scared, do what the hell you want to do. It ain't going to have no effect on nothing that I'm doing in my house, outside of my house. I'm going to be safe. I'm not going to compromise my immune system. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to take care of me and my family. Well, Rue, what about if you're going outside and somebody touch? Look, you got gloves. You know how to use them. You got your own mask. You know how to use it. It don't matter. It does not matter. Stop complaining about what the government is dictating when you could still, if you want to break the law, you can still do whatever the hell you want to do. They're not doing nothing to you. Just do what you want to do. That's all I'm going to say. Do what the hell you want to do. It don't matter. People want to be stupid. Protect your own self.
But Rue, are you wearing a mask? When I'm
on my client, I wear my mask because I don't like hair up my nose. It ain't got nothing to do with COVID. I was wearing the mask before COVID because I got sense.
What about
I know if something Huh?
What about the grocery store?
Yeah, I still wear it at the grocery store because Bubba be sneezing and coughing and touching stuff. And I be like, look, give me your hands. Let me hold you. I hold him in the store because he act crazy anyway. So I hold him in the store. I wipe down stuff still because people is nasty. But it ain't got nothing to do with COVID. It just seems like I started noticing more how gross people were. Just like boogers on the, like the kids sitting there in the basket and they doing this. And then they go like this. And I'm like, ew. It just made me more cautious of just like stuff like that.
That question.
Look, I saw this dude. No, I saw this dude was sitting in his car and he literally went like this and that was it. I was like, oh snap, F COVID. I don't care. People are gross. So it don't matter. It does not matter.
They just I was wondering who was washing their hands before, because I live in Irving, and the 4 little stores around me, the Dollar Generals and stuff, they sold out of Lysol and soap within minutes. So I was like, so were y'all not washing your hands and cleaning up before COVID? I mean, I didn't have a huge stockpile, but I do coupons, so I had like 3 or 4 cans of Lysol. And my mama called, she was like, girl, go to the store because they buying up all Lysol. There was nothing there. I'm like, were they not cleaning up before? Because last week this. And I was used to only being able to buy 4 at a time, because a lot of the stores they'll say you can only get 4 with a coupon. So I was used to having a limit. But these people were out here fighting over it. So I'm like, y'all are the nasty ones. Y'all wasn't cleaning up nothing before. So y'all the ones that I need to make sure get in the line to get the shot, because y'all the ones that's blowing your nose and make me not want to go to the grocery store.
Folks were so nasty before COVID, and I think I insulted a lot of people at my job because I went to work and I said, "Can somebody please tell me why I'm going to the store and all the hand soap is gone? Were you nasty ones not washing your hands before COVID? And what happened to people washing their hands with Dawn dishwasher liquid and stuff? I know that's not the best for your skin, but if I'm in the kitchen, I wash my hands with whatever soap is available." So I was really floored when I found out that people were buying hand soap all of a sudden because of COVID. You nasty son of a gun, you. I couldn't stand it. Now I wear my mask really to appease other people, if I'm being quite honest with you. I wear my mask so that people around me aren't uncomfortable. I wear my mask because I'm fully vaccinated, by the way, and I know that's not 100% guaranteed, but I also feel like it's just as safe as the mask, because the mask is also not 100% guaranteed. You see what I'm saying?
Stop trying to take, because you don't do that.
You can even before vaccination, she said, and they were wiping their hands behind. Anyway, but yeah, the masks weren't 100% effective against COVID, nor was the vaccination. You know what I'm saying? Because what people didn't realize, or maybe people didn't think about it, that we were wearing just our regular old smuggler mask. Some people were just wearing a cloth basically over their face. But if you go to a hospital or medical unit where people were actually caring for COVID patients, they look like straight up astronauts. They got on 95 masks, they got on shields, they have all these things on that were necessary to protect themselves from COVID. And I think the mask was something the CDC did to offer a little bit of protection, but it wasn't 100%, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I wear a mask to make people feel better. If I'm in the grocery store or things like that, I don't want you to look at me like I'm rebelling or like I'm this big cootie walking around.
No, I had okay.
You said I'm apparently not washing their legs in the shower. I heard about that. Who don't go past you must be on 600-pound life to not be able to reach down and reach.
If you got a ledge in your bathtub or your shower, you just stick your leg up there. Meet halfway.
I ain't got no ledge.
I didn't understand.
I got health issues that sometimes make it difficult for me to reach things and for me to do things. And if I have to sit my behind down on that shower, wash my feet and legs, stand up and rewash my butt and everything else, that's just what I'm going to do.
Yep. And it might be just like mainly me, because like you got to lather up when you shave too. So I don't know. I was trying to give people the benefit of the doubt because it wasn't making sense to me how you don't really wash your legs. Look,
I really don't have to shave my legs. Because I'm like,
but you still wash your legs though.
Yeah, but I still wash my legs, so I could see how people like would probably think that would be okay. I don't know. That's just weird to me.
Then you gonna get out and put lotion on? Okay, no, come on.
Wait a minute. Talk about. I'm trying to. I don't. Okay, no.
So I think the thing with COVID,
how do they not wear? Are they like just going down and like swiping it? Because I'm thinking like Bubba, like when he's in the shower, I have to like go back and get spots. But I don't see how you like.
But he's a grown. You're talking about 30, 40-year-old grown folks.
Yeah, I'm not getting it.
Yeah,
I was trying to find a positive in that, and I can't
dirty,
see it.
Dirty. They are growing whole science projects between their toes and stuff like that because they are not washing. That's what it is. But no, I told a coworker at my job because she's decided.
Oh, okay, that's what okay. So they said the soap washed down, so they didn't need to.
But the soap, is it a self-scrubbing soap? Because I need to buy that.
Exfoliant? Is it an exfoliant? Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Nasty.
It's a self-scrubbing.
Nasty.
That's just like, okay. So that's like, I can't wash my hair after I've like washed my body because I feel like the dirt from my hair goes down my body.
That is
so
true.
I have to wash my hair first and then wash my body. And then you go down. So, and I can't wash, the private area first to me. Wait, last. I gotta go. And the private area is last because I can't like wash all this and then wash my and then go like this. Like you can't do your. I don't know. That's weird.
I don't care about that. I just don't like people when they take a washcloth and they wipe between their butt cracks and then they wash their face.
Yeah, that part. That's what I'm saying. You gotta wash your face first, and then you can't go like this and then go like this.
Because then I'll be thinking, baby, your face might smell a little like booty. And that's
I told y'all I got an issue, but all our face towels in my house are white. And everyone else has their own set of towels. But you know if you pick up a white towel, nothing is washed with that but the face. Is that just me?
I can't use white towels because I have color in my hair and I don't like my red coming off on my white towels. So my white towels are actually used to clean the house so that I can see that you're picking up dirt.
I don't like white towels because if I have only white towels, I feel like I have to bleach them to clean them. But
that's why we only use white towels for our face.
But when you bleach something a lot, I feel like you ruin that material and it gets hard and crusty, and then it's a very uncomfortable towel, and then you have to buy new ones and all that stuff.
Girl, Walmart have them $2.97. I probably buy a pack every month, but white towels is our face, and then everybody in the house has their own color towels. And I did that basically because I was tired of my son using my daughter's towels. I was tired of my youngest getting in my oldest stuff. So everybody's hygiene basket is a different color. All your stuff match.
But you know you're not supposed to use the face towel like over and over and over again because the germs for like you can contaminate your. Okay, so I get cystic acne.
They have a white towel for every day.
Okay, there we go. That's what I was about to say because I had
our body towels, the pack is 10, but you have at least 7. So on your day to wash clothes, especially my son, if I don't see 7 wash towels, then that means you ain't washed your behind one day, and I'm pissed.
Yeah. See, that's why I can't use the white towels either.
He got it bad. He's one of those that he'll get in there and he'll wash his hands and then come out and be like, I took a bath. No, you didn't, because that towel still folded up, trash back in the bathroom.
Right.
I mean, I have to come up with some very sneaky ways to make sure that he's better now. He's 15. But when he was 9, girl, that little boy.
That's just dirty.
You probably one that didn't wash his legs.
So do you have to use a different towel for like your makeup towel then?
My makeup towels. I
got these disposable towels. It's a box of towels and they're really thick from Amazon. It's like 50 in a pack. I use that to clean my face every day, and it costs a little bit of money, but I don't care because I have sensitive skin and I don't want like any kind of perfumes or anything as far as my face goes. I only use specific stuff on my face. So I buy disposable towels and I only wash my face at the sink.
Right. Okay. So that's what I was about to say because like I get cystic acne and my hormones are out of whack since I turned 30. So I cannot use like a towel over like the same towel over and over again. And my esthetician told me that I can't use it over and over again. And that was the other thing with the makeup.
How did we get here though? Like, how did we start talking about COVID?
I don't know.
Because somebody said, don't wash your legs. And we all was like, you
gotta wash your legs.
This went way left, but that's what we do.
It did.
That's what we do. But anyway, ladies, let's give our final thoughts really quickly. What y'all got for me?
We've had to get cut off a couple times today. We got too heavy on one, and then we just went on a long rant on the other one. All right. So I'm just gonna say, stop worrying about. you have to be the change, right? You have to you have to be the one to create the change. Until you are the person actually in your city, like going to your city council meetings and going to your government meetings and watching, the Senate pass laws and stuff like that. Stop complaining about stuff you don't have. You're not taking the initiative to have control over. And if you're gonna complain about it, just remember that you have the options to still continue doing whatever the hell you want to do. So be you, do you, boo boo, and live long and prosper.
Lucretia.
This show has been very interesting. This will probably be in like my top several shows whenever we do our recaps. My final thoughts: do what's best for you in every situation. Think about the short term and the long term. I don't know. I think I left it all on the table. I cut back on some. I spoke up on some. But at the end of the day, I know, especially like for people who go to church that are watching, we've been told years and years and years that, as we get closer to the end of days, everybody's going to be about self-love and only doing what's right for them. I don't think it's to that extreme, but I do think people are tired of faking it and tired of living by everybody else's standards and rules. And now folks are just like, no, I'm going to just do me. So that read a book, gain some education, and go.
I really enjoyed this show. I love the mixture of personalities and the difference in opinions. I think that everybody can take something from everyone. And like Lucretia, I feel like I voiced my opinion. But I want, everybody just spread love and be supportive of one another. Try not to be so judgmental. And I still believe do what's best for you.
Keep the mask on.
And stop making fun of the people who wear masks in their car. Never mind, do that. I'm still gonna make fun of the people who wear masks in their car. Who you gonna get sick? Anyway, thank everyone for tuning in who watched. It got a little interesting, but once again, take a moment, like, subscribe, and comment. Use your hand sanitizer. Wash your behind before you wash your face, and be blessed.
Yeah.
I'm learning stuff. I didn't really think people did that.
Good night.